Aloha, this is Marcie from Hawaii Travel Made Easy, and today I'm sharing something that could save you hundreds of dollars on your Hawaii vacation while helping you discover experiences that most tourists never find. Earlier this week, I got a DM that said, Marcie, we're spending so much on flights and hotels that our activity budget is pretty tight. Everyone says Hawaii has amazing free activities, but when I search online, I just find the same touristy stuff everyone already knows about. How do you actually find the good free activities that locals love? This question hits me right in the heart because I remember being that family trying to stretch our Hawaii budget while still having an incredible experience. And here's what I've learned over 40 plus trips to Hawaii. The best free activities usually aren't hidden in the sense that they're secret. They're just not marketed to tourists. The real challenge isn't finding free activities, it's finding the right free activities for your family that are safe, accessible, and respectful to local communities. Because let me be clear, there's a big difference between discovering authentic local experiences and being that tourist who shows up uninvited to places locals prefer to keep to themselves. Today, I'm sharing my 3-step method for finding amazing free activities that will make your trip more authentic and memorable while staying within your budget and being a respectful visitor. Before we jump into this method, let me set realistic expectations about what free actually means in Hawaii. True free activities do exist, like watching sunsets, swimming at public beaches, hiking mini trails, exploring tide pools, visiting certain cultural sites, and experiencing local events like farmers markets. But free rarely means zero cost. You'll still pay for parking, and parking in Hawaii can be $10 to $25 even for free beaches. You'll pay for gas to get there, and distances in Hawaii are often longer than you expect. You might need to buy water, snacks, or basic supplies. Those hidden costs add up. I recently calculated that a free day at a secluded beach on Maui cost our family $45 in parking, gas, lunch, and drinks. Still much cheaper than a $200 snorkel tour, but not actually free. Safety has costs too. Some free activities require gear that you might not have. Reef-safe sunscreen, water shoes for rocky coastlines, or hiking supplies. Those aren't optional expenses, they're safety necessities. And here's the big one. The most authentic free activities often require local knowledge to do safely and respectfully. That waterfall everyone posts about on Instagram? There might be cultural protocols for visiting it, or seasonal safety concerns that tourists don't know about. That's why my method isn't just about finding free activities, it's about finding free activities that you can do confidently and appropriately. So, here's my 3-step method for finding authentic free activities. Step 1. Start with official sources, not social media. This might surprise you, but I always start with the Hawaii State Parks website, county websites, and official tourism resources. These sources give you activities that are definitely legal, safe, and appropriate for visitors. Each Hawaiian island has a Parks and Recreation Department website that lists hiking trails, beach parks, cultural sites, and events. These aren't hidden gems in the Instagram sense, but they're often overlooked by tourists who are focused on flashy paid activities. For example, Hawaii's State Parks website will tell you about tide pooling at specific beaches, free cultural demonstrations at historical sites, and hiking trails with incredible views that never make it onto tour company websites. The benefit of starting here is that you know you're getting accurate safety information, current conditions, and clear guidelines for respectful visiting. Step 2. Ask locals the right questions in the right way. Here's where most tourists go wrong. They ask hotel staff or restaurant servers for secret local spots. But think about it from their perspective. They're working, they don't know your experience level, and they might be hesitant to share places that could be dangerous for unprepared visitors. Instead, I ask specific questions that show I've done my homework. For example, I saw that Maui County lists this tiding pooling area as a free activity. Do you know what time of day is best for families? And are there any current conditions I should know about? Or, I'm interested in this free hula performance at the shopping center. Are these appropriate for visitors to watch? And is there anything I should know about respectful viewing? This approach shows you're trying to be responsible, and people are much more willing to share additional tips or warnings. Step 3. Layer your research for safety and cultural appropriateness. This is the step that most people skip, and it's why some tourists end up in dangerous situations or inadvertently disrespecting local communities. After I find an activity I'm interested in, I research it from multiple angles: the current conditions and seasonal considerations, cultural significance and visiting protocols, safety requirements and skill level needed, and environmental impact and leave no trace principles. For hiking trails, I check recent trip reports on hiking websites. For beaches, I look up current lifeguard information and surf conditions. For cultural sites, I research the appropriate way to visit and whether there are any restrictions. I also cross-reference with local news to make sure there aren't any current issues, trail closures, water quality problems, or community concerns about over-tourism. The key is combining all 3 steps. The magic happens when you combine official information with local insights and thorough research. You'll end up with activities that are safe, appropriate, and often much more rewarding than expensive tourist attractions. For example, using this method, I once discovered a free weekly farmers market that included cultural demonstrations, local music, and the best poke I've ever had, all for the cost of parking. But I only felt confident going because I'd researched the cultural protocols and knew how to be a respectful visitor. So, when do you need professional help versus doing it yourself? Here's where my 3-step method works perfectly for DIY planning. When you have time to research thoroughly, you're comfortable navigating websites and cross-referencing information, you're planning activities that are well documented and clearly appropriate for visitors, or you have reliable transportation and basic outdoor skills. But there are situations where you really need personalized guidance. Maybe you're short on time and want efficient recommendations. You're traveling with specific needs, maybe mobility concerns or young kids or things like that. You want activities that match your exact interests and skill level. And you're visiting during specific seasons when conditions change rapidly. In my Hawaii travel consultations, I use the same 3-step method, but I've already done the research legwork. I can tell you which free activities work best for your specific family situation, island, and travel dates. Plus, I can help you coordinate free activities with your paid experiences to create a balanced itinerary that maximizes your budget. My digital travel guides also include curated lists of the best free activities for each island, with all the safety and cultural information you need, plus insider tips I've gathered from over 40+ trips. So how do you be a respectful, free activity explorer? Here's what I always emphasize. Finding free activities isn't about getting something for nothing. It's about experiencing Hawaii in a more authentic, sustainable way. Always follow the leave no trace principles. Respect cultural sites and local communities. Support local businesses when you can, even if the activity itself is free. And remember that the best free activities are often the ones that help you connect with Hawaii's natural beauty and cultural richness, not just save money. If locals share special places with you, protect those places. Don't post exact locations on social media. Don't bring crowds, and always follow any guidance about respectful visiting. If you're excited to start exploring Hawaii's free activities using this method, that's wonderful. Start with those official sources, and you'll be amazed at what you'll discover. If you want to head start with pre-researched recommendations tailored to your specific island and travel style, check out my digital Hawaii travel guides at hawaiitravelwithkids.com. Each guide includes detailed free activity recommendations with all the insider information you need. And if you'd rather have personalized recommendations that factor in your family's specific interests, abilities, and budgets, I'd love to help you in one of my Hawaii travel consultations. We can create a perfect balance of free and paid activities that gives you amazing experiences within your budget. You can find information about both options at hawaiitravelwithkids.com. Just click on Hawaii Travel Guides for the DIY approach or Hawaii Travel Consultant for personalized planning. Remember, the best free activities aren't necessarily the most Instagrammable ones. They're the ones that help you fall in love with Hawaii's authentic spirit while respecting the islands and communities that make them special. I'd love to hear about your free activity discoveries. Send me a DM on Instagram at Hawaii Travel with Kids and share what amazing experiences you have found using this method. Until next time, happy exploring, and remember, some of the most incredible Hawaii experiences don't cost a thing. Aloha.